An off-guard EMT just happened to be at the right place at the right time. I'll have more about how he saved a little boy's life coming up on WYMT.
The president touts his successes. I'm Mola Lengi at the White House with President Trump's message to an Ohio manufacturing plant earlier today.
Rain chances increase as we head into your Thursday, but what about the weekend forecast? Everything you need to know beginning now at 5:30.
Dedicated to Southern and Eastern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. Studies show around 10 people die each day from drowning. Luckily, a little boy will not be part of that statistic due to a Perry County man. WYMT's Lauren McCourt talked with the hero that likely saved the boy's life.
A child's birthday party at the Hazard Pavilion pool.
The young kid, I think he was 12 years old, he had gotten in the pool.
Turned into a terrible nightmare for parents in Perry County.
And he just sank. He panicked and he went to the bottom.
That is when Mike Hicks heard screams from the deep end of the pool.
Completely caught me off guard. I was there with my son.
As Hicks made his way over, the lifeguards had pulled the boy out of the water.
He wasn't breathing. I checked for a pulse, no pulse.
Hicks is a paramedic and knew exactly what he had to do. After about 2 minutes of CPR, the boy began to start breathing.
I was trying to coach him to breathe and cough up as much water as he could.
Though Hicks doesn't see himself as a hero,
I just wanted to do what I could to help.
He says he was just at the right place at the right time.
Really thankful that we had these people on duty, and for the paramedic that was here.
Hicks suggests that everyone should have some sort of CPR training.
Know what to do in those situations could make a huge difference.
Because it could save a life. In Perry County, Lauren McCourt, WYMT Mountain News.
Hicks says the last he heard is that the boy's at UK Hospital, but he's eating, walking around, and playing Xbox. In Pulaski County, a Somerset man is facing charges for allegedly promoting prostitution. Police say they set up an undercover operation to buy hydrocodone from 73-year-old Sammy Akers last week. They say during the sting, Akers showed them pictures of women offering them up for sex in exchange for money. Deputies later searched Akers' home and found dozens of pills along with the money used in the operation.
Another sunny day, with the clouds now beginning to increase, especially if you're near the Interstate 75 corridor. A little bit more cloud cover, and that will only continue as we head into the next couple of hours. Let's take a look at satellite radar. You can see that cloud cover work again. Rain chances now approaching just northwest of Louisville, and we still have several hours before the rain works into our region. Notice it's a low pressure system up near the Great Lakes with two cold fronts, the first one being the big impact one, and the other one bringing more of a clipper type system to areas with more rain and possibly snow for Indiana and Ohio. Of course, temperatures, you'll see the warm side of things right through the axis there of Alabama as you work into Tennessee and even into portions of Kentucky where the 60s run. Up to the northwest, cooler temperatures behind that front, and that is what we're going to be facing at least for tomorrow. The clouds, they'll increase along with the rain chances. Look for temperatures to drop into the lower 50s for your Thursday, and then eventually that sunshine will return just in time for a picture-perfect weekend forecast. Steve will break down that weekend forecast coming up in a few short moments.
All right, thank you, Andrew. Just a little more than 24 hours from now, Kentucky will take on Abilene Christian University in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Fans flock to VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena to watch Coach Cal and company as they practice this afternoon. WYMT's Will Puckett is live in Jacksonville with our Big Blue coverage. Will?
Steve, we are more than 10 hours away here in Jacksonville from Hazard and Lexington, but that doesn't matter. Big Blue Nation is doing what they always do. They're showing up and they're showing out. Now, Kentucky fans, as you said, swarmed Veterans Arena here in Jacksonville. The Cats had 40 minutes on the practice floor. Hundreds of members of Big Blue Nation, many of them from right here in the Sunshine State, sat in the stands and high-fived the players coming out of the tunnel and took pictures with Coach Cal, something they were all thankful for when they heard their beloved Kentucky Wildcats were coming to Jacksonville.
Oh my gosh, dude, I freaked out. But we were working. We actually had I think we either had a game or we're working. We do basketball for a living, so that's what we do around here. And I went up, and my phone just started blowing up. And then when I heard they were here, my mom actually bought tickets like 2 months ago randomly, and it just happened to be that they're for Saturday night. So as long as we get through tomorrow, I'll be able to watch them play live. So I was super excited.
Flipping over it. It's
awesome. Oh my gosh. I was like, no lie. I've been praying. I was like, God, I want to take them to a game. I don't know how it's going to happen because we're not in Kentucky, we're in Florida, and then y'all came here. So I kind of feel like it's a little predestined.
Steve, it doesn't matter where we go. You can go to St. Louis. You can go to Nashville. You could go to Boise, Idaho like we did last year, and even here to Jacksonville. It doesn't matter. You're going to see Kentucky fans in Big Blue Nation show up and cheer on their Cats. There were so many people looking for signatures from Coach Cal and from players like Tyler Hero and, yes, Reed Travis. The question here today is what's wrong with P.J. Washington? Willie Hope will have much more on that in sports, and we'll have more on that at 6 o'clock. For now, live in Jacksonville, Will Puckett, WYMT Mountain News.
Right. Weather looks pretty nice there, too. Love the palm trees behind you. Will, thank you very much. Don't forget to sign up for Hoops Hysteria on WYMT.com. The winner gets a 65-inch smart TV, and a $1 million prize will be awarded nationally if someone correctly picks all the games. You have until 15 minutes before the first game tomorrow to sign up. A lawsuit filed by an NCAA referee against Kentucky Sports Radio has been dismissed. Referee John Higgins filed the lawsuit in 2017 after UK fans flooded his roofing business with threatening and harassing messages. Higgins said KSR encouraged fans to do it. KSR founder Matt Jones asked for the case to be dismissed. A judge granted his request today. In Boyd County, an Ashland police officer is hospitalized for possible drug exposure during an arrest. Police say officers came into contact with a group of people with outstanding warrants and suspected narcotics. After arresting them, officers found bags of suspected drugs. One officer began to feel sick. They believe the bags were full of narcotics. Police arrested 6 people. Only 2, Michael White and April Gonzalez, are facing drug charges. We now know the name of a man killed in a motorcycle crash in Pulaski County. Somerset police say 29-year-old Cody Dixon died when a truck hit his motorcycle. It happened yesterday at the intersection of Kentucky 914 and Oak Hill Road. The 17-year-old driver of the truck was not hurt. It's unclear if charges will be filed. A Kentucky doctor had a first-hand look at the aftermath of 2 devastating shootings at mosques in New Zealand. What is usually an annual youth suicide prevention trip for a University of Kentucky doctor turned into a very different visit this week. He arrived one day after the mosque mass shootings. Dr. Omar has spent years studying youth violence. He's using his expertise to help children in Christchurch.
The most impressive thing is what I'm witnessing here. Since this happened, this entire community, not just in Christchurch, the entire country is on their feet.
Dr. Omar says the country is coming together in a way he's never seen before. Dr. Omar returns to Kentucky in 2 days. President Trump talks the economy at a campaign-style speech in Ohio today. CBS's Mola Lenghi is at the White House with a look at the president's message on the economy, the 2020 election, and the Mueller report.
President Trump took his economic message to an Army tank manufacturing plant in Ohio Wednesday.
Today, jobs are coming back and pouring back, frankly, like never before. Companies are coming back into our country. They want the action. Production is ramping up.
The president toured the factory prior to taking the stage. He took advantage of the campaign-style atmosphere to make his case for the 2020 election.
Last time, I said I was going to do it, but I didn't do it, but I said I was going to do it. This time, I've done it far greater than I said I was going to do it. So it's going to be really easy on the debate stage.
Before leaving the White House, President Trump was focused on special counsel Robert Mueller's probe into possible Russian collusion. The president told reporters he'd like to see the Mueller report go public.
Let it come out. Let people see it. That's up to the Attorney General. We have a very good Attorney General. He's a very highly respected man, and we'll see what happens.
President Trump returns to the White House late Wednesday after attending a fundraiser. Mola Lenghi, CBS News, the White House.
President Trump's son, Barron Trump, is also marking his 13th birthday today. Coming up on Mountain News at 5:30, forest fires have been popping up across the region, but in one area they were planned to do some good. We'll explain after weather.
And 3 out of the next 5 days are below average for us here in eastern Kentucky. But why is that? We'll tell you everything you need to know coming up in 5 minutes.
The Martin County Sheriff's Department received thousands of dollars worth of game-changing gear. Coming up, I'm Marianne Fletcher, and I'll have the details.
When you see news happening, dial star 57 or text your news tip to 5757. Service is provided by Appalachian Wireless. Better service, bigger savings.
Happy baby, here again. From Surplus Sales in Corbin, Kentucky. We have pre-finished solid oak hardwood flooring in stock for only $1.99 per square foot. Wow, now that's a deal that will make you happy, like me. Surplus Sales, flooring, cabinets, and more.
Let the Perry County Public Library come to you with a book